And I just realized that I'm on mute. Hi. Sorry for the redness. But it is really, really hot in here. It is hot outside, and I only have this tiny little fan cooling me down. Lights in the case are hot. Computer is hot. Camera is hot. So, welcome. This week we are working on Street Fighter shelf. Mostly. I'm assuming I'll get through the Street Fighter stuff and then maybe start some of the X-Men stuff. But yeah. There we go. Anonymous Dude 123 says, cheers, Matchu and Strand. Hope all is well and you're staying hydrated this summer. Got my sparkling water right here, Anonymous Dude. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Are the enablers still going? Do you know? I was watching earlier. It's so cool. I'm so jealous those guys all get to hang out. That's sweet. Yeah. What was I saying? Yes. So yeah, tonight we're gonna work on the Street Fighter shelf. So the shelf's a little weird. It's the shelf above my Sentinels, my Sentinel shelf that I've been working on, which is like bigger than two of my normal size shelves. Usually the height on the shelves is about 12 inches. I think this is like 9.5 or 10. It's tight. I feel like Zangief may even like just barely fit in there. So yeah, so I'm going to be working on that tonight. The Street Fighter stuff's where I'm going to start on this side, and then it's going to work over to some miscellaneous X-Men, which is mostly just some Marvel Now X-Men, the all-new X-Men and the Uncanny X-Men from that run, and then the Uncanny X-Force from right before that run. So I'm going to turn this music down just a bit here. There you go. Trying to do too many things. I have that same fan, he says. That's great. Yeah, I don't think Strand will be joining tonight. I always tell him he's welcome to join, but I was running a little behind tonight. So, yeah, I didn't send him an invite. But if he pops in here and wants to join in, by all means. My other friend, Opticon Customs may be coming in here as well, hopefully. I might even be here now. But yeah, so before I get started, a couple things to talk about. So next week, I'm going to have an interesting guest. I say interesting because we really only just chat on Instagram. I actually don't even think he buys action figures. I know he has a huge nostalgia for comic book stuff and action figure stuff. And we've actually just kind of connected through that. He's a stand-up comedian. His name is Nick Dees. And next week, I will be chatting with him. I'm not really sure the format yet. I'm still trying to figure that all out. But yeah, that's going to be fun and interesting. We're going to probably just talk nerd culture, and I'm sure he'll make us laugh along the way. So check him out on Instagram. His handle's right up there, Nick Dees. So yeah, that's going to be my guest next week, and we're just going to talk nerd, and it's going to be fun and hopefully a little different, something that I don't normally do. What else is up? Yeah, so I've been gone for a while. I've been gone for 2 weeks, I think, or something like that. I went to Amsterdam. That's not why I'm red. The red is just from how hot it is in here. But yeah, I went to Amsterdam and I went to Belgium. I went to Bruges. And yeah, it was really fun. We had a really good time. My wife and I went and just kind of ate some good food and saw the sights, and it was really good. I had a really good time. It was nice to disconnect. I totally disconnected from work. And then yeah, this week's been busy. We have a wedding in the family, so like it's a weird timing. It's like tomorrow afternoon, which is Thursday. It's kind of a weird thing, but you know, no judgment. Whatever you got to do, right? So that's tomorrow, and we did a rehearsal dinner yesterday. So yeah, it's been a busy week. Got home, got right into that, and then I go out of town on Friday for the weekend. So busy. But I'm excited to be back, even if it's just for the Wednesday, and then Sunday night next weekend, Moose Milk Media and I will be back to doing our usual podcast, going over She-Hulk episodes 1 and 2. So yeah, if you guys aren't already following Moose Milk Media on Instagram, please do. I have his account in my description of the video. We do a podcast together every week, but we've also taken a 3-week break just with me traveling and him being busy. So yeah. And then the last thing I figured I was going to show was I'm going to post this tomorrow, but I just got into a new line of figures that's hitting the nostalgia button pretty hard for me right now. This looks like a male stripper. Woo! I mean, it kind of is. I think that's the idea. So yeah, I just recently got into these WWE Ultimate figures from Mattel, and they are pretty fun. If you have any nostalgia from playing with wrestling toys as a kid, these things are gonna really scratch the itch. I don't follow wrestling anymore. All of my love is for Attitude Era and classic beyond that, before that, like early 90s, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Hogan, Big Boss Man. So yeah, so I got these 4 so far. There's my Steve Austin. And then I still have one to open. I got Shawn Michaels yesterday. And then I just got these from Ringside Collectibles today. I still have Undertaker to open, so I'm pretty excited. Oh, anonymous dude says Ryan Ting from Hasbro adores that HBK figure. It's a pretty sweet figure, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like that they move so smoothly. Like the joints move like seamlessly. Like I don't have to really even like stop, right? And like the butterflies move, the shoulders move, everything moves really seamlessly, which I like, because when I was a kid, I used to like actually make them fight. And actually this weekend I'm going away. I don't have long enough to bring anything to customize or anything. So like I'm just gonna bring these things to the hotel room, and I'm just gonna like fuck around with them and make them fight each other. But I like that I can do it, because it's like I can play with them and put, like I don't need to stop and articulate them, right? They all of them move smooth, with the exception of maybe like the ankles. I find are a little bit tight on them. They do have the Mattel style ankle rockers, which I'm not a fan of, but really that's my only I shouldn't say it's my only disappointment. The paint on Kane's arm is really weird. When you articulate it, you can see they just painted a skin colored body. They didn't so it looks bad, and it's all scraped off the paint in the front as well, which I don't love. But yeah, and they're still pretty dope, man. Honestly, like those are my complaints, is the lazy paint job on the elbows, or the lack of paint job. But like the ring gear they come with is so fucking fun. Like this Macho Man is just a riot. Ooh, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And so anybody who's been following my stories this week will have seen that I've been placing that Sentinel into the display case. So as you can see, he passes through a shelf. I've been planning this for over a year, and how I can possibly execute what I wanted, which was to have it pass through a shelf with minimal loss of space, because I can't afford to lose the space, obviously. So I have finally succeeded in getting that to work. So I'm pretty fucking stoked about it. I'm going to be showing it off soon. I think I'll be showing that off on Sunday, the first shelf. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how it looks. It turned out really well. But in doing that, the shelf above it is shorter, because I needed more space to take for Sentinel. So that's what I'm working with tonight. So I'm going to flip these other cameras on. Oh, is he on mute? Oh, hang on. There we go. And there's the camera. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start working. Unfortunately, you have to kind of, I would love to do this one on its own. So this camera is I got the ZV-1 camera from Sony, which is pretty sweet. It's nice and clear. I just want to see how clear it is though, because it looks dark on there, but if the inside here is clear, then that's the only thing that really matters. It's not really that clear. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. You guys can just watch me from behind as well. Because if I get rid of that camera, then my audio goes. All right, so I'm going to start with Zangief from the back. I am going to put him up as high as I can. Oh, maybe I want to have him do... To be honest with you, I don't find my Street Fighter shelves change too much because I've got them to the point where I'm really happy with how they look. So it's hard for me to want to change them. I think I'm going to not do... I think I'm going to do fists. So this is the first time getting... So I did buy this Storm Collectibles Zangief to mix in with my SHF Street Fighter. Yes, I know it's not the right size, but I feel like Zangief's one of those guys that you can do that with, and it's like not that big a deal. So yeah. Oh. Comments. I'm trying to make it so I can see better, but it's hard. I can't really see. I'll check the comments when I can, guys. Sorry. But I will catch up on everything. Oh yeah. Zangief. Yeah, I am not really a huge fan of these Storm Collectibles figures. I think they look really good, but I don't love the soft overlays. They make them fiddly and annoying to deal with. Sorry about the rattling around here. There we go. That's good. I could probably go a bit higher though. Do I have one bigger? Let's see here. There you go. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of place them until I figure out what is going to go in the corner here. So there's a couple of things that kind of end up... do I want these guys here or do I want them on this side? Kind of... Where were they before? I usually like to switch them, so when I switch them around, if Street Fighter was here before, which I'm trying to remember where they were with my Power Rangers, and they were here. So I'm going to put them on this side. There we go. And then the problem with my Street Fighter stuff is I've gotten them all to the point where the poses they have, I love, so I don't change them that much. This guy always ends up going into the corner because of his power effect. So Akuma, I'm not going to change. I keep him in the same pose. But I might want to pull something up for reference. Let's have a look and see. Oh, shit. This room is too small. Too small. Anonymous Dude says, such beautiful figures these days everywhere. Little statues. Yeah, man, I know. We're lucky, right? And he says, your stalls are some of the best in the community. Packed. Thanks, dude. Yeah, they're definitely packed. And it's only getting worse. Every year they seem to get more and more full. All right. Oh, I hear my dog out here, but he's gonna have to figure it out on his own. All right, I need reference. Let's just see what I got here. Akuma. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Now, whether I actually stand him on his tippies or not, because you won't really see his feet anyway. And I love the SHF Street Fighter figures. They're just so fucking awesome. There we go. Okay, so I need to get that thing as high as I can. Is that too high? Yep. I have a big bag of risers to the side of me here, so if you're hearing me rattling around, that's what you're hearing. Is that too high? No, I need a little bit higher. No. So the thing is with this is it takes up it uses the pressure of the ceiling of the thing to hold it in place. Like it's pretty. No, I mean it's not that tight, obviously, but okay, let's do this. So we're gonna do this in the back here, or if I try to put Cami back there. I always put Cami in the back because I'm not a huge Cami fan, but also her blast effect takes up a lot of space. Yeah, it'll probably look better on this side though. I always look and I see like the negative space in the back corner and I'm like, that's annoying. I don't really love that. Cool, that might work. That should work. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but you know, almost perfect. So the good thing about this is I can use this thing to lean him against in the back, so I don't have to actually hold him in place. Exactly. All right. Zangief. I kind of want to do pose like that. Oh yeah. I got Macho Man on the mind. Yeah, so like even these boots, like they make him so difficult to stand if his legs aren't straight. Because like if it could just move forward just a little bit more, you could support way more weight on this. Like, yeah, I don't love it. Storm figures are fine. I'm not totally shitting on them, but they're not my favorite. I only bought Zangief because I didn't think we would get him in any other fashion. So, again, this is another one that I usually keep the same. I usually have Ken doing his dragon kick. But since Fei Long is coming with that same kind of effect from Jada Toys, which I'm going to be putting into this display, I would want to retire it, but I think I might wait to retire it until I get him, because he'll be in here doing that. I don't want Ken doing the same thing, so maybe at that point I'll switch him into doing a uppercut, maybe. So before I start going over that much, maybe I should try and figure out what I'm doing here. Sagat. My friend Sagat is severely undersized, which is a bummer. But yeah, I wonder if I'm like I feel like I have quite a bit of more space in here than I thought I did. I thought this was going to be a tight shelf just due to that decreased height, but maybe not. Okay, let's just line up some of the big boys in the back here. Bison. I might change Bison up. I've had him in the cross arm pose for a bit now. Vegas are kind of like my bad guys. We do Sakura. Maybe like over here. I'm gonna have to look up the poses because I like to try to get them as close as I can. Street Fighter. Oh, that would be a cool one. And have her. I've had her in the same pose since I got her, but maybe this pose would be cool. We'll see. Sometimes it's hard to get those looking back poses with action figures. Yeah, I don't think so. She looks weird. Looks weird. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Maybe if she wasn't looking back, I guess it's not as traditional, but let's see here. Man, if these figures were not so expensive, she has some good parts to use for fodder. Like these feet are dope. Oh, I like that. Trying to keep it somewhat tight. So my current dilemma is I have a team of Generation X that I'm going to be building next year, and I'm trying to figure out where they're going to live in my display. I can't decide if I try to fit them on this shelf. Right now, I just have one figure. I just have a Penance figure that Pim Particles made for me. Or if I try to put them up with my AOA giant size X-Men shelf, because I do have some space on there for a slow growing group. The problem is that this eventually will be, 11 characters, right? Oh, anonymous dude. What main factors are you considering when making a shelf display like this? Good question. So yeah, I usually start thinking about it when I'm admiring. I tend to sit here and just get lost in my collection. It happens more than I'd like to admit. My biggest thing is I hate negative space. I hate uneven balance of negative space. So like if there's like a big gap somewhere, it drives me fucking bonkers. So I try to not like get myself into a place where I'm so set in a pose that I'm not willing to change it. Like, because that does happen sometimes. There's some figures that just like, this is how I'm posing them and it doesn't matter what, I'll work around it because that's what I want. But yeah, usually with this, the goal is to fill in as much negative space as possible or keep it looking as evenly distributed as possible amongst the figures. So no, this one will stand out a little bit because it'll be a bit more airy. There'll be more room to breathe because there'll be less figures in the shelf. So, but I mean, that being said, my X-Men section of this is pretty big. It's, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 characters. So it's pretty good size. It's probably going to take up half the shelf. I would love to ultimately put my Jada Street Fighter figures in here too. Ryu is going at the front, and Ryu, I guess is how you properly say it. And yeah, he's pretty much always in the same pose too. Fireball time. Maybe one day I'll switch him and I just prefer him over Ken, so like if Ken's up in the sky, I don't really care. Okay, let's see. Sagat. I want to try to slowly build in so I can see how much space I need. I want Chun-Li to be doing her kicks. Should be here. So really, I don't need that much space here. I think I could put my Generation X team here. I'm gonna have to spread these guys out a bit though, because I don't need to occupy all this space. I'm not gonna need to. Sagat. I've always had Sagat doing a high kick because I just love how it looks. I feel like I'm most likely not going to change that. But now I want to see exactly how I can't remember. Sagat. Oh, a tiger knee would be fun. I should do a tiger knee. I haven't done that before. That's the actual figure doing it. But it's not a good enough. Yeah, this is good. There we go. His knee doesn't want to go up that much higher though. Nah, I don't really like that. What else you got, Sagat? What else we got? Yeah, just his battle stance is good, but I kind of like that. Wow, $35, that's a good deal. It's old, but I think I'm gonna go back to my kicking pose for him. I like that one. I need to go to look for some pictures because Street Fighter, where you at? I'm gonna start updating my webpage next week. So since I've been inactive, I've been behind on posting custom figure showcases and showing fancy pictures of the customs that I've created this year. So where is what I'm looking for? But yeah, I'm excited to post up some pictures because I have a lot of stuff that hasn't been shown off yet. I mean, you've seen the completed work, but no, I haven't shown off the fancy pictures, the glamours. This is my old display, so we're gonna have Sagat doing his kick. Is that what I want? I like the kick. It works well. I can do it there, and he could fill in a nice big gap, but he would also block out Sakura. So maybe I don't want to do that. Or maybe I want to do it the other way. Would that work better? Oh, that might work better. So yeah, Fan Expo this weekend. Toying around, and the enablers are hanging out in person this weekend. I was watching the live stream before I started. Looks pretty dope. I can imagine they will have a good time. All right. There we go. Oh, I mean, it's good that I don't have to put him on a riser or anything, but I won't leave him like that. I'll definitely put a stand. It's pretty cool. And bison. Oh, see, that's the thing is, Sagat should be way bigger than he is. I did the, there's like a fix where you just put a bunch of like stick tack basically into the joints. But it worked surprisingly well. It did give him a bit of extra height, but I still want him to be taller than he is. I think for this one I need to give him a stand. Is this too high? No. That. I have a bunch of stuff off to the side that you guys can't see. It's a bunch of this stuff. Parts for my flight stands. This isn't the one I want though. Where is the good one? Is that the good one? Oh, it is a good one. Nice. I don't know we're putting that over there. This is the good one. The good one meaning it has all the good parts in it. The other one's just a bag of crumbs that I've already pillaged through and took all the good stuff out of. Where is... I don't want to have to go digging for that shit right now. Let's see here. I have to have something in here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I have something on here. Anonymous dude says top 3 Street Fighter characters for me: Guile, Blanca, DJ. If it's so Chun-Li for sure. Chun-Li, Ryu, and Blanca probably would be mine. Chun-Li is she's my number one. She's my girl. Figure Fan Nate, what's up, man? Stopping by to check out the shelf stream, say hello. Hey, thanks, dude. Oh, and that Sentinel looks so good in there. Thank you. Really appreciate that, man. Yeah, the Sentinel is totally nuts. I'm loving it though. I've been thinking about how to get that into this display since it went up for pre-order. As soon as it went up for pre-order, I said I was going to pass on it because I was like, my shelves are only 12 inches tall. I can't afford to lose that much space. Like I just can't give it up. I don't have anywhere to like rebound when I lose it. So too high. So I kind of wrote it off. And then as the date was getting closer, I was like, I'm going to kick myself if I don't get this figure. I'm a huge Sentinel fan. I'm a humongous X-Men fan. And the Sentinels were a huge part of my love for the X-Men. So I just couldn't like skip it. Like I couldn't make myself skip it. Okay, remember how I was saying about I need to spread things out a little bit here? I think I'm going to put Sagat higher up so he looks higher up. Oh, do I want to have Zangief with the bloodied up head? I don't think I do. Glad I caught that now instead of like after I put everything in. I do want him to have an open mouth though. I want him to, that sounds dirty. I want him to have an open mouth. And I want him to be yelling for sure. I always think of Zangief as this like roided out fucking crazy bear of a man. Nice. Okay. So that's. I almost wonder if I push this all the way in. Oh my god, there's so many sexual innuendos here. I'm missing out on all the good that's what she said. Alright, because I hate that negative space at the top. I'm gonna move him in a bit higher. There we go. And then Zangief, you go there, and it doesn't look that weird. And then that's a good spaced out amount. And then I can space out the other X-Men enough to make it airy, so I don't have it looking completely empty. Let's see. I'm gonna change Bison. Let's change Bison's shit now. Still have most of my accessories in this cupboard up here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Where did Street Fighter stuff go? It's my Tick figure. Street Fighter? Yeah. Okay. I need my Bison parts. And do I want him to have a crazy smile now? I think I'm going to change his. This is a cool feature. This guy comes with these arms. And you just pop them out. So that way they're always folded. And then you just put the other ones back on. And they works like a charm. One thing I will give Storm credit for, I mean, I shouldn't talk like I hate the Storm stuff. I don't hate the Storm stuff. I like it. It's not, I don't like the build of them, the soft plastic overlays. But I will give them credit for giving a ton of alternative portraits and hands. Like, you get everything you could need. Whereas Figuarts, you didn't get that. You only got an extra set of hands and like a portrait usually, and a fireball accessory or whatever. Okay. And I want to do, I think that's what I want. I don't know. These are gonna go in here. Yep. Kind of want to have Bison doing that pose, this pose, and Bison. Where's the pose? Where's the pose? I want this. How come I can't find the pose I'm looking for? Yeah. That's a good pose. But switch out the hands for that, but that's okay. Get his little fireballs out. I've never used the little purple flame things in hand. Okay, yeah, I remember my buddy Astonishing News and Reviews. I helped him reset his shelves one time, or I didn't really do a lot. I just did a Street Fighter shelf, but he has straight Street Fighter Figuarts, and he has Storm collectibles. And I was setting his Storm collectible shelf because I wanted to play with all of the Street Fighter figures from Storm because I only collected the Figuarts ones. And I remember when I was trying to pose them all and get them to hit all their moves, I was just like pretty disappointed by the lack of good movement. I don't know. They're fine. Like they look, the thing is they look cool. They do look cool. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's see here. So yeah, so next week I will be updating. I think I started. Sorry, I keep losing track. Aside from being all red from how hot it is here, not a sunburn. I also got like this like sty in my eye, and it like made my whole eye super puffy and gross looking. Not a fan. But I also am stoned, so you know, there's that too. It's making my eyes all squinty and making me go off topic, which just made me go off topic again. So yeah, so next week I'm going to be posting up the next two customs I'm working on, which I'm starting next week. Unfortunately, I cannot share with you guys because they're both secret. One's for Secret Santa, which I am so looking forward to making. It's a real, I really wanted to challenge myself again this year. And I have a really cool idea. I'm hoping I can execute. And I can't wait to share it with everybody because I think it's going to be an impressive one. I hope. Yeah, this guy's crazy looking. Come on. Okay, what's the problem here? So yeah, next week I'm going to start posting one a week, like glamour shots of customs I've completed this year, because I haven't actually posted any glamour shots of any of them this year. Not even one. Actually, that's not true. I guess for some of my secret ones I posted at least one, but yeah, I haven't been because I haven't had time to do the proper video for them. So, but now I'm just like, all right, I'm like 8 behind, and at the rate it takes me to make videos, I'll be making videos for figures that I made like 2 years ago, like pretty fucking quick here. So I decided I'm just gonna post them on my webpage so there's everyone can see the glamour shots if they want to. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So starting next week, I'm gonna post one a week, and yeah, so I'm gonna start with the V-Toys Daredevil that I made. That's the classic comic book Daredevil that I did on a V-Toys buck. That was the first time customizing on a V-Toys body, and it was an interesting experience. So yeah, I'm gonna show off that guy next week on probably Monday or Tuesday. Monday most likely. And then next week on Wednesday, like I said, I'll have stand-up comedian Nick Dees joining me to chat about nerd culture. I don't know if I'll be working on anything, but we'll probably just be shooting the shit. So, to be honest. All right. Let's get Vega up in this. I really like that Balrog that they showed for Storm, though. Looks really good. I'm not buying it, but it does look good, though. All right. What kind of pose do I want to do for Vega? Let's try something I haven't done before. Oh my god, so many sexual innuendos. Let's see what the chat's saying. Is there anything? Ah, Anonymous dude, you're just such a thoughtful dude. So please tell me about your stay in Amsterdam and Belgium. Love the beer and chocolate there. Yeah, our stay in Amsterdam was really cool. I went, I've always kind of wanted to go just because I think it's an interesting city and I know it's a kind of a party city. Not that I'm a partier. I'm not a partier in any capacity. But But yeah, it was, my wife's really into history. And so, you know, she always books I'm so fortunate. My wife is like she's not a travel agent, but you would think she's a travel agent because she prepares everything. And like, you know, I know where I'm going each day. I have like the detailed breakdown. Like she just enjoys that, right? I don't know if she enjoys doing it, but she enjoys the experience of like traveling well prepared, I guess we'll say. So yeah, so we stayed in a place that there's a flower market in Amsterdam that's really popular. It's just like a block where it's like a bunch of places that sell like tulips. Tulips are a popular thing there. And yeah, so we stayed right at the flower market. Their hotel was like right outside the flower market, so there was a lot of good food around us. We didn't have to go far for like pubs and stuff like that. What else? We did a canal tour, which was really cool, where we just took a boat around the canals in Amsterdam. It was really interesting. We got to go to the Anne Frank house. We toured the Anne Frank house. It was fucking like tragic. It's not funny. It's tragic. Like it was super interesting though. Like I really enjoyed. That was probably my favorite day. The day of the Anne Frank tour, we did the Anne Frank and we did the houseboat, the canal tour on a boat. So yeah, it was fun, man. And then what else did we do? We ate a lot. Waffles. When we were in Belgium, we ate waffles a lot. We ate chocolate. I tried the weed. I'm a big stoner, as I've mentioned a few times. And I've always wanted to go to Amsterdam for the weed because everyone always talks about how good the weed is there. And it was pretty not good. I actually thought it tasted shitty. Like it's not good tasting weed. I don't know if I just got the tourist shit, but I was pretty uninspired by it. So yeah, a little disappointed by that. But whatever, you know. I just came home and smoked it instead. It's fine. Anonymous dude says waffles, you lucky dog. Yeah, man. Yeah, we've done a lot of touring in Europe. I'm very, very fortunate. We've done England a bunch of times. My wife and I think we've done it 3 times. We really like England a lot. What else? We've done Ireland, like all over Ireland. I really like Dublin a lot, though. We've done France. We've done Rome. We've done now Amsterdam and Bruges. I think that's it. And in Europe, anyways. We've also done like Costa Rica, but we're both like pretty fair skinned, so like, you know, we burn. We're not really the best outside. You know, we're not the best outside. So yeah, you know, it's fine, but can pose. Yeah, we had a good night. One night we went and did like a traditional Belgian. It was our last night there, actually. A traditional Amsterdam or Dutch dinner, I guess, and it was really good. I had Dutch ham, and it was fucking tasty. Yeah, it was. We had a really good time. It was needed too, honestly. Like I needed to get out of there. I'd been working like crazy, and I needed a break. So I'm glad I took it. Trying to find a pose for Ken that I like. I wouldn't mind utilizing his hand where he's got his like this hand, you know, like come and get it. But I do like this. This is how I usually have him pose, even though it doesn't really go with the version of Ken that I have. But That's usually how I have them posed. So I think I might just go back to that. Maybe I can do it. Or maybe I can change it up and have him doing a fireball here. So I have Blanca, Ryu, Cammy, Mega Man. Mega Man I can do on the side. Like, I don't care if he's not integrated in. Cammy's here. Oh, and I forgot I bought new electrical effects for Blanca. So usually I use these ones from like a Storm figure, and then I got these from like a Flash DC figure. But I bought some of those really, really nice ones from what's it called? Where did they go? Oh, did I not take them out? Maybe I didn't take them out. I bought some nice ones from Can of Beams. And yeah, I haven't actually even taken them out yet to look at them, but I know they're gonna work. They're gonna work for what I want them to do. I could do Ken shooting a fireball here, and then I'll have to have Ryu doing something different. And then I wonder if I could put Chun-Li up. Like if I could have her filling in the gap here. I can move Vega's arm back a bit more. No, then it would be two kicking. I don't want that. Have to be mindful that they go in this way. So it's gonna end up looking like that anyway, I guess. Whether she's here, maybe that. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. Nice. So yeah, something like that. Need another of those stupid clips. Let's see what I got. Hello, Diorama. Quebec Diorama. What's up, man? Thanks for joining, as always. I swear I'm not suntanned. I'm just hot as fuck in this room. Anonymous Dude 123 says, where would you love to live in the world if you couldn't stay in Vancouver? Okay, so I'm originally from Ontario. I believe you're in Ontario. Are you in Ontario? You're Canadian. I'm pretty sure you're Canadian. I feel like you are. I feel like that would explain how nice you are too. But I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation before, and I'm pretty sure you're Canadian. I'll feel stupid as fuck when you tell me I'm wrong. Where would I stay? I'm gonna leave that question up. Oh, hi, that's not what I was saying. Where would you love to live if you couldn't stay in Vancouver? So yes, I'm originally from Ontario. I find now every time I go back to Ontario, I want to fucking punch myself in the nuts. I'm just not a fan of Ontario anymore, I guess. I did live in Windsor, so I don't know if that says anything to anybody, but I'm not, every time I go back, I question, how am I going to make myself do that again? Because the thing is my mom's still there. I mean, my brother's there too, but I don't really talk to my brother. My mom's still there, and like, I wish she would come out here more, but she won't. And I get it, it's expensive to come out here. But yeah, where else would I live? I wouldn't want to live in the States, especially with everything that's happening right now. It's scary as fuck over there. I'm not really sure, man. I wouldn't want to live in London, but I really like London. I feel like the luxury would wear off relatively quickly. Shit. Which I don't love. Yeah, where would I? Of all the places I've been, I guess if I could just pick somewhere based off of like what it is and not like the politics of it, I quite like New York. I think New York's pretty sick. Again, it's a little busy. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but the hard part for me is like living in Vancouver has spoiled me, especially because it's not my hometown. And like the tricky part about it not being my hometown is I've lived in a shitty place, and then I moved to like one of the coolest places, and now when I go to other places I end up coming home saying like, oh well, that place isn't even as cool as Vancouver is. It's not really that cool. So yeah, that's kind of the issue I have with living in Vancouver, is like it sets the bar at an unreachable level. Like I remember when I moved, my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, she moved to Sorry, I'm struggling with this split effect here. What's going on here? I don't remember this being so difficult. Is this backwards? It must be backwards. Sorry guys, I'm struggling here. When I first moved out here, I came out, it was the first time I'd ever been on a plane. So my wife and I only knew each other for a very short amount of time, like 3 months, maybe 2 months. And she was like, oh, I'm moving to Vancouver. So I finished school and I'm just going to go and check it out and see what's up. And she's like, you can come if you want. So we kind of hung out a bunch, and I decided that was what I was going to do. I was going to try to do that and go to Vancouver and see if I could get a job and whatever. So I came out for the first time I was ever on a plane. Wow, this is not working. The first time I was ever on a plane was going to Vancouver to see if I wanted to move there. I went for Pride weekend, and I was like, instantly, I was like, this place is sick. I want to live here for sure, especially because where my wife was living was like amazing. She was living right in the West End, which is like an awesome spot to be. Oh my God, this is so fucking annoying. So I was pretty hooked on it right when the very first time I got here. So I went home, I booked another trip back at the end of the month. I set up a shit ton of interviews, and I left with a job. I went home, I quit, packed up all my shit, and drove across the country. I actually drove to the US, but yeah, drove across the country. And then, yeah. What the fuck is happening here? I'm about to just not use this effect because it's seriously annoying the fuck out of me. That's the only thing, is sometimes these figures are so over-engineered. I usually don't say that about this line in particular, but I remember how frustrating getting this thing on. It has to go on the leg a very specific way or else it won't work. Am I putting this on like I know I'm high, but like, am I that high? I'm not that high, am I? Dear. I'm just trying to figure out the thought process on this. This thing, whatever this fucking piece of shit is. I can't remember. Oh, maybe I'm getting it. Oh my God, I finally got it. That was exhausting. Okay, how can I make sure I never do that again? I want to glue it to the fucking thing. Don't even think about it. Okay, let's check in with you guys while I was fucking getting mad. So yeah, the answer to that question, anonymous dude, like 10 minutes later after a stupid rumble and ramble, I don't have an answer. New York? What's it called was pretty nice too. California. Fuck. Wherever that beach is that has that's such a bad I can't remember the name. Oh, that's cool. Quebec Diorama says congrats on the 300 subs. Thanks. I didn't know I did that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anonymous dude says Toronto, you're right. Yeah, see? I thought that. Anonymous dude says you're selling on Vancouver. Sounds dope. Selling me on Vancouver. If you have never been to Vancouver and you live in Canada, you're doing yourself a serious misjudgment. Like, pay the money. It's worth it. Like, it's great in, like, especially, like, September. Because, like, you can go hiking, you can go fishing, you can go swimming, you can go up onto a mountain, you can, like, there's just anything you can think of doing, you can do here at the same time. It's crazy, man. Like, our winters are really decent. Like, they're rainy, but they're always above zero. Like, it never goes below freezing. It's great, man. Anonymous dude says, question, Street Fighter doesn't have nearly as many resources as Marvel. Why does it have such lasting appeal? That's a really good question. I mean, for me, the appeal is almost entirely nostalgic. It's me playing the arcade when I was like a kid, at the corner store. Yeah, I don't really have an answer to that either. It's I don't know, maybe just the I mean, for me, the thing that forever solidified Street Fighter in my mind was all the sounds. So it's like the Hadouken, like those kind of things. That's the stuff to me that is like ingrained in my memory. But yeah, I don't really know what makes it, what holds the appeal. I don't know. Should I give? No, because Ken's Fireball's blue too. I'll give him the blue one. I'll give Ryu something different, or I'll give him Sakura's, which is like bigger. Let's get a fireball pose going. Yeah, I feel like a lot of it is just nostalgia, really. I think. I don't know what happened. Where's my Ken throwing a fireball? I'm gonna switch it up. I always have Ryu doing the fireball. I'm gonna have Ken doing it this time. There we go. Yeah, I would guess a lot of it is nostalgic. Is for nostalgic reasons. Because I mean, even for me, like the stuff that I collect is like don't get me wrong, I don't really play any video games, so I haven't played Street Fighter in I can't tell you how long. It's been a long time. But I mean, I do have Street Fighter 4 on Xbox 360, I think. That's about as good as I do for video games. But yeah, the characters themselves are nostalgic for me. So that's what keeps me in it. And then they give us these toys that like can literally hit, you know, any of the poses I need them to do. it's hard for me to pass by that. So I wish Bandai would have finished the Street Fighter 2 line. See, like for me though, it's like I never bought the Street Fighter 5 designs, and it had nothing to do with the fact that I didn't like them. It was just like there's no attachment there for me. Whereas Street Fighter 2, it's really just Street Fighter 2, honestly. Oh, I want to do this instead. It's really, yeah, most of my connection is, I did play Street Fighter Alpha a little bit, but my attachment is to Street Fighter 2. I can't wait to start working on my next 2 customs, though. Even though I can't show you, I won't be able to share with you guys right away anyway. One of them is for Secret Santa. I got an awesome list this year. It was hard to pick, honestly. But I ended up choosing finally. And I'm very excited to start working on it. Oh, I kind of want Sakura to be higher than that now. She's too short. Okay, I think I can do that. So I have a couple small ones here, yes, and yes. So these risers I'm using are just paint pots. They're things I bought from the dollar store that you can put your paint in. That's all they are. You just stack them on top of each other. Sometimes if they don't stack, I'll use a little drop of hot glue on them and they'll stay in place. Those don't want to stay for some reason. Am I missing something? They usually snap in. Oh, it's just an older, I see. Because I've bought so many of these over the years, some of them just don't, they've changed over the years, so some of them don't fit in to the smaller ones. Like they don't snap in, but they sit nicely in. That's why she kept falling back, because the one wasn't sitting in where it's supposed to. Come on. Nice. Now she'll just stay there. Finicky little buggers. Okay. There we go. Now she's standing significantly taller than Ken, which I'm okay with. And need a little fireball action here. I always have a hard time finding the little hole to put the, there it is. They hide them well. Okay, so I need this to be higher up. Okay, higher up, higher up. You are slightly too tall. I want it to be like right there. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, in regards to Secret Santa this year, I've been chatting with quite a few of the participants, just making sure everything's going smooth. And seems like there's a lot of people who are looking to shake up their normal style and do something a little bit more challenging this year. So that always makes me excited when I hear that people are getting amped up and ready to challenge themselves. I love it. I might have to try to make this work. There we go. I wonder if I could put Vega up a bit more. Still a nice big old gap. Can't say I love that. That's the hard thing about these guys, is trying to fill in the negative space is way more difficult with less figures. Blanca's gonna go in the front. It's gonna be crouching. It's kind of his MO. Chun-Li is gonna have to be on this side. Ryu, what's Ryu gonna do? What's he gonna do with this guy? I guess I could try to do Dragon Uppercut. Oh, you good. Oh yeah, that might work. Okay, what if I did Blanca on the end? That might work. And then he can go back to being there. Bam, bam. That might work. Okay, let's open this thing up and see what I'm doing with it. So these are my lightning effects for Mr. Blanca. And the idea is that these kind of just go around the body. It's kind of like a flexible plastic. I don't even know. It is plastic, but it's very cool. His product's really cool. Can of Beans. Check it out. Blanca. Pose. Give me that electricity, baby. Blanca was always my favorite when I was younger. Oh, that's good. Huh, that's less good. I always liked him because of just how he looked. I always thought he looked really cool. He's my favorite looking character. And then I love the electricity too, but it's hard to get him into a really deep crouch. He just doesn't want to go down that way. But something like that. The electricity coming out of them should look pretty cool. Right, and then I can even put Vega's sash thing kind of going up more to fill in some of that negative space. I really would love it if I could get Blanca into a deeper crouch, not utilizing the drop down hips. Oh, oops. Don't want to do that. I did take off one layer of his hair because he has this big bushy hair that goes behind him. But I don't want to lose any neck articulation because I want him to look up as best as I can. Maybe that's better. I think that's how I got him into a deeper pose last time, was I kind of had him go offset from his legs. There we go. That's better. Nice. Okay, so how do I use these things? Oh, that's kind of easy and weird. Oh, okay. Apparently I'm throwing stuff on the ground now. What do we got? Any comments here? Oh, nice. There's some, what do we got? Anonymous Dude says, that sounds very interesting answer. Sounds like they were iconic and very memorable. Do you not have any connection to Street Fighter, Anonymous Dude? Oh yeah, there you go. Kyle was my guy. He was the guy I went to battle with. One of my favorite characters ever. I think video games and the impression they leave are highly underrated. I 100% agree. And I think they get a ton of bad reps, which is unfortunate. Quebec Diorama says, man, that Sentinel looks so good with all the other. Yeah, I agree. He looks awesome surrounded. Anonymous Dude says, without giving it away, what excites you about starting a new custom? Oh, that's a good question. You always got the good questions, dude. That's the best. Okay, what excites me about starting a new custom? It depends what it is, really. So my rule of thumb is I only work on about 3 customs at a time. Sometimes I may have a couple extra like prep ready, so that way when I'm ready to start, I can just start and I don't have to like do the prep work and stuff. But generally speaking, I think like keeping it limited to only 3 or so at a time, it allows me to be excited to start something new. I kind of use it as my way to make myself finish the projects I am currently working on. So I kind of say, okay, you can be excited to start your next thing because, you know, you've now finished your work. It depends, honestly. It depends. So like the one that I'm working on for Secret Santa, the thing that excites me is I have been wanting to do kind of more of like a scratch build, which is kind of like something where you basically completely build a figure from scratch, just utilizing existing like, you know, joints and stuff like that, right? Like I'm gonna basically be doing a full sculpt, almost a 100% sculpt. So, and that's exciting to me. I don't know if I love these. I was so excited for these can of beans electrical things, but I'm not quite understanding how they work. I know you're supposed to put some of them on with stick tack. Maybe I'll just do all of them with stick tack. Where is my stick tack? Let's stick tack this guy up. Yeah, I would say that's probably the most exciting thing for me about starting a new custom is just, yeah. So again, if it's a sculpt heavy custom, like I love sculpting. I love, I don't love the things I don't love. I don't love face painting. I don't love hair. So like if I have to sculpt hair or something, I usually don't look forward to that. But I guess just starting a new figure is just like excitement enough for me because I know that's what I'm going to be busy with for the next kind of month. And I try my best to not get frustrated. If something gets me stuck, I just step away from it for a couple days and then I'll come back to it. I don't know. Oh, I like that. I don't like, I just don't like, I don't like putting something off because I'm stuck, but I also know that sometimes just taking a breather will help you kind of get over the hump or at least get you out of the funk that not succeeding may have got you into. All right, so for the price of these can of beans effects, I'm not really loving them. I need to be real here. I don't love them. Anonymous dude 123, indeed, Quebec, he pulled off something special with that Sentinel display. Thanks, dude. NYC Figure Fanatic, hey man, how's it going? Says, I lack the patience and more importantly, the shelf space to do a setup like yours. One day though. Yeah, it does take a lot of time. Like you have to think, like I have been doing these shelves since June and now we're going into September. And I did a small bit of customizing in the middle there, but yeah, it takes a long time. It takes me a few months. This current setup though, it's not working for me. I won't do it this way next time. It's completely cluttered up this office and it's driving me mental. It's creating a serious cock block of creativity here, so. Anonymous dude says, it's nice to just mellow out pose figures and get lost in it. Gonna watch some classic Street Fighter later. Oh, nice. When you say watch, do you mean like watch gameplay or do you mean watch like the anime? I think there's anime for it, I'm pretty sure. I don't really love this. Probably should have started with the legs. Oh, there we go. That looks pretty okay. Let's see here. Nope. Not that. You just kind of have to place it on there and then like hope it stays. I mean, it does look good. It does look good for sure. but it's not really staying how I thought it would. I'm gonna replace those ones on the back too. It's like a big long stem. I mean, it looks okay. After the show tonight, I'm gonna watch She-Hulk. Anybody here watching She-Hulk without spoiler talk? How are you liking it so far? I've seen mixed opinions. I mean, it's no surprise to probably anybody that I enjoyed it. I am an MCU fanboy, so yeah, they're not really doing it. I mean, I'm not saying it's all perfect, but they're not really doing anything that I'm not enjoying at the moment. So I think they're, as usual, crushing it. I quite liked She-Hulk, which is fun because I didn't know what to expect. Oh, this is not working. I should probably make sure that this pose actually works in this place too, right? Before I do all this and then realize I have to do it again. Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah, I am liking it so far. So far, so good. I'm excited to see more cameos. I heard there's a lot of cameos in it, so I'm excited to see what's in store for us. Okay. I can put a bit more stick tack on that because it'll be pretty far down on the back. You won't be able to see it. Oh, come on, stay. You'd look so cool if you stayed there. Just stay there. Oh, now you're all falling off. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Come on. Oh. There we go. Oh, fuck off. Oh, piss off. Welcome to Matt Swears at his action figures. Tonight, on tonight's episode, Street Fighter. Please, just stay. It would be nice if you stayed. I think I can put a little piece of stick tacker on the back there. Nice. Oh, it didn't work, but it would have been nice if it did work. There you go. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get. I don't. The end situation here with this thunder lightning is I don't love it, and it's expensive too. $17 US for this pack. It's a lot, and I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I can't wait to show off the Sentinel shelf as a whole. Should be cool. Oh, that'll work better. Good. Oh, so close. Oh, I was so close to getting away with this too. See, I can work on his stupid lightning bolts for. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a Rebel Tech figure. Even though it's nothing like a Rebel Tech figure, the frustrations that come along with it are so like a Rebel Tech figure. Fuck. All right, that's good enough. Come on. All right. Cool enough. I still don't like how airy it is, but I'll deal. Will I deal? Fuck, it's gonna probably drive me nuts. The problem with this shelf is too, is it's gonna still take quite a while before that Jada stuff comes out, so I'm gonna be Fei-longless for a little while. I really hope Jada does Dalsum pretty fucking quick. Dalsum is one who I think would make a great video game, or a great action figure. And he hasn't been done by any of the more recent companies. He was done by, what's it called? Soda. Back in the day, but... Okay, come on. Okay. Cool-ish. Or do we do... I just don't want Ken to be up front. Ugh, Ken. The worst. Let's do something like this. Oh, see, that would work. That's so close to perfect. See, Cammy, you never let me down. That also being said, kind of want him to, instead of to be facing everything, maybe being more on his side here. Ah, that fills in a gap a lot better. Nice. And then Akuma, get more straightened out. That's looking pretty good. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go back. Do I want to do another kick effect, though? Now I got kick. She's going to have a kick here. Maybe I'll do a dragon uppercut for him. I just don't want Ken to be up front. I'm not a huge Ken fan. Okay. Is there anybody who is actually a Ken over Ryu fan? I feel like there probably isn't. I'm just kidding. There obviously is. What's the chat saying? Anything in the chat? Oh, yeah. Anonymous dude, I'm coming back to your Secret Santa question in a minute. Anonymous dude says, She-Hulk and the movie Prey heard a lot of good things. She-Hulk appears to be fun and entangled in much of the Marvel Universe. Yeah, that's what I'm liking about She-Hulk. It seems like we're going to get a bunch of answers from questions that have been left in the dust over the last little while. NYC Figure Fanatic, She-Hulk was good. Too soon to pass judgment on it, in my opinion, but I usually like most things MCU. Yep, same here, man. I'm on the same page as you. I'm not saying it's all 10 out of 10, but it's all pretty good. Honest dude, that Vega is just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. It poses so nicely. Yeah. And happy Charlie Cox is on She-Hulk. Great to see him in a movie. Yeah, I love Charlie Cox as Daredevil. He's my favorite. I think he's going to be too lighthearted for me in this, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I just don't think they could do a better Daredevil than what we got with Netflix, which is ultimately my concern about Daredevil, because I feel like no one's going to be able to do what I want them to do with Daredevil. So, because it's already been done, and it doesn't seem like that's the direction they're going. Anonymous dude, can you tell us more about... Get a drink here. Can you tell us more about Secret Santa? How did it come about? So I can't give you the full history because I don't know it. Secret Santa in some form has been around on the Foosh forums for probably about 14 years. Wes, Ethan Supley Customs. Oh, excuse me. Can dragon uppercut. Sorry, Wes, Ethan Supley Customs has been running it for 11 years. This is his 11th year, I think. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, this is only the second year that I've helped organize it. Usually I am just a participant. I have been participating for about 7 years or 8 years. I always lose track. But it's been a long time. I've been partaking for quite some time. And yeah, basically the idea is participants give the organizer a list of characters they would want made, and then they get randomly mixed and matched with other customizers, and you get a list given to you, and then you have 6 months, or not 6 months, like 3 months to make the figure. Sorry. And once you make it, you send it to the person you're sending it to. So you'll send completed pictures to the organizers. They will then give you an address to ship to only once that person has finished their custom. So without proof of showing they've finished it, we won't give out that person's address. So you can sometimes sit on them for a while, which is unfortunate, but that happened to Draven last year. He sat on his figure till like 3 or 4 months after the due date, which sucked. But it does happen, unfortunately. Life and such eliminates some people just don't have the time to do customs, right? Which it is what it is. I wonder if this would work better here. Yep, fills in the gap perfectly. Didn't I have another stand that was like perfectly fit for that? Nope, I don't like those. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. What a surprise. So Secret Santa, yeah, it's honestly, man, it's tons of fun. Like I said, I've been doing it for quite some time now, and I always do it because it's just a lot of fun. There's so many. It's so cool to like see the work that other people do. I feel like so many people put their best foot forward at Secret Santa, and it's a good chance for some of these like younger. I don't want to say younger. That's not the right word, but not as experienced customizers to showcase what they can do, because like all eyes are maybe not all eyes, but anybody who's participating in the event is generally watching the event and seeing stuff unfold and seeing the customs that are getting presented. So it's cool for those people who generally don't have that full audience of not just the newer customizers but the experienced ones. All of a sudden you've got their attention, and you put out something really cool, and all of a sudden people are like, oh shit, what's this guy up to? Who's this? I actually think a lot of the reasons I got the following that I did was because of some of those secret swaps that I did. And it just like, it helps put you in an audience's eye that might not normally see you. So yeah, it's fun, man. It's super fun. I love I love the event. And like, I've been bugging Wes to let me help him for like a few years. And then last year he was kind of worried that he wasn't going to have time because he was super busy with his personal life. And he was like, all right, man, I'm going to take you up on helping me this year. And I got to help him, and it was so cool because I got to kind of see the inner workings of an event that I've been participating in for so many years. So it was pretty dope. And to be honest with you, it's like, it's cool because like I love talking toys, I love talking shop, and it kind of gave me an avenue to like get to know all the participants as well, which was really cool. This year was a little harder because we had a lot of people. This year our turnout was great. It's like 54 people, I think. It's the highest we've ever had, I'm pretty sure. Wes seems to think there was a year where they were at about 50 before as well, but I don't think they've ever been above 50, or definitely not at 50. I think we're 55. I think we ended up adding one more person at the end. So yeah, pretty dope. But yeah, I'm excited. We got some some people who have been in the event before, who have taken a couple years off, who are joining us again. So Daryl Turn, Blueberry Customs, he's an awesome customizer who is joining us again. He's kind of been out of it for the last few years, but this year he is jumped back in and ready to fucking tango, which is dope. And Pim Particles, my friend, Robert, is back. He, after taking a year off because he was kind of in between houses and didn't want to commit to something he couldn't actually execute on. What else? This display's looking pretty good. Cool. What else is up? Let's see what else you guys are saying. Captain America fucks. That's great. Totally. I know, I love that whole bit too. That was so funny. There you go. All right. So Ken is there doing a little uppercut action. Little Mega Man here is going to be up front most likely because of the size. And then Chun-Li is going to be on the side doing her million kick thing. Cool. I think we're good. And then I should be able to fill in the rest of that space with X-Men, so it'll be pretty good. Sometimes what happens is I'll get to the end and realize that I didn't have as much space as I thought, and then I have to go back and condense all this shit again, which is annoying, but it happens. Okay, so I'm going to put Chun-Li's kick effect together first because it is another thing that takes up a lot of space. And I'd like to have it all in order. Before there's Chun-Li's. Get out of there. Some hot glue on here. I'm trying to get this hot glue off. I guess I don't really need to take it off. Oh yes, I kind of should. We'll see. There we go. This is another effect that was a pain in the ass to figure out at the beginning. Once I got it a couple times, and put it on and off, I knew, but it was a huge pain in the ass initially. Nice. Yeah, Chun-Li, you do it. That's cool. And then Ryu can be like this. Nice. And then I'll have most of my Street Fighter characters in place, so that'll be good. And I can probably move Cammy up a little bit. It's kind of low. Once I moved her out of Zangief's way, then it was... There we go. Man, Cammy's paler than I am. Poor girl. I like that. I'm going to try to get this hot glue off this. Because it's making her unstable. What's the chat saying? I can't wait to see Frogman in action. Yeah, man, me too. I can't believe we're getting Frogman in the MCU. How fucking funny is that? Awesome. It's so cool. I'm so happy that we're getting everything we're getting. It's really awesome. There we go. Come on, come on. Hot glue is great for displays because it's strong enough to hold, but it comes off with relative ease. And in the worst case, if you can't get it fully off, you can just take a hairdryer to it and just wipe it off. Very nice. Oh, nice. So she can even come up a bit closer. we want to have a bigger fireball? That would be kind of cool. Can I fit this giant one? No, probably not. Oh, maybe though. Looks way more impressive. Let's see here. Here's my port for the. Where is, that's it, yeah. Mm-hmm. I wish I had something that was just a little bit taller. Is this taller? No. Is this taller? No. Well, ain't that some shit? Mm-hmm. There we go. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to start working on my Secret Santa because I have ideas, and I love when I have ideas, especially when I feel like I can create something that's cool. The character choice is really cool, which is always fun. I tend to pick stuff that's a bit more like obscure sometimes, so it's nice when I don't pick that because then it gets a little bit more audience than if I did, you know? All right, is Mega Man going here? I kind of feel like Vega would benefit from being up just ever so slightly. I don't know if this will work. I'm really afraid I'm going to knock off some of this lightning off of Blanca. Oh shit, it did work. Okay. And then Mega Man can go here. I don't think I'll be able to put his pew-pews in, which sucks because he's got a cool blaster effect, but I don't think it'll fit here. Got that. Mega Man. There's Mega Man's faces. I'm gonna switch up that helmet. I'm gonna switch up that face. Oh yeah, I forgot his helmet comes apart. Does it come off around the ears? I think it does. Yep. There we go. I'm gonna give him the gritting teeth face instead of the open mouth face. Yeah, I can't wait for that Jada Toys Mega Man line. Dude, it looks so fucking good. I can't wait to get some Robot Masters instead of just a bunch of Mega Mans. It's great. It's the piece that I feel like has been missing from most of the lines. Like if you look at all the import figures, I think the only villain we've ever gotten, like Robot Master we've gotten, has been Cutman. And that was it. I gotta say, this Mega Man leaves a lot to be desired too. The Sentinel one looks really promising, but I don't have it. And I won't buy it now that we're getting non-import versions of Mega Man characters. Cool. And we need Rush. I think after I place these last few guys, I'm going to call it a night here. I'm going to keep working, but I think I'm going to call it a night live. And the good thing about this is there's still quite a bit of room in there to play with. Once I add to the lineup, when I get some Jada Toys, yeah. I won't lie, the reason I bought this Mega Man in particular was because he came with Rush. I think he's the only one so far to come to have a Rush figure. I guess I could do something like that. There. Oh shit, don't fall over. All right. Not like that. Those Street Fighter Power Ranger figures look pretty cool. I don't think I'm going to buy them, but I think they're cool looking. I need to slow down on the Power Ranger stuff. I'm running out of room. This little dude can go over here. There we go. There are definitely some spots on here that I don't like. But overall, I think this looks pretty good. And Zangief doesn't look too out of place. I mean, he still looks monstrous, but Cool. I think that's pretty good. Let's get rid of this stuff. I have extra electrical pieces and stuff now too. I've had all my electric parts on Blanca for the longest time. This D-Arts. Yeah, that's the one. Cool. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up here. Let me just turn around and make sure I don't run over anything here. Okay. Ooh, there's questions. Whew, it's hot in here. Anonymous dude, question: What's the better X-Men team? The only with Colossus. What's the better X-Men team? The only with Colossus, Nightcrawler, Kitty Pryde, or the Jim Lee '90s Rogue Gambit? If you're talking about eras, the era that I like the most is '90s. Jim Lee era is the stuff I like the best. That being said, I do love the giant size X-Men era, like Chris Claremont era, which is a lot of it. But yeah, a lot of that stuff's pretty dope. But I mean, I like Kitty Pryde a lot. I like Nightcrawler a lot. I'm not a huge Colossus fan, but he's fine. He's just kind of a traitor. He just kind of fucking flakes out on the X-Men like too often for me to be a fan. So Quebec Diorama, would you be interested in making custom figures of characters from the Harley Quinn series, Marvel Legends style? So I don't know the series. I haven't watched it. I'm not a DC guy too much, but I've always wanted to do Marvel Legends style characters of DC characters, especially Batman villains, which Harley Quinn I kind of qualify as a Batman villain. So yeah, I would. I mean, again, for me, I pick projects based on if I'm actually enjoying them or not. So, something that would excite me would be like a Batman villain done in ML style would be my cup of tea. Anonymous dude says, Veebs from Foosh is so pumped for the Mega Man line. Yeah, man, me too. I can't wait. There's so much stuff that we haven't gotten. It's so crazy to think that we're in the era of action figures that we are, but we haven't gotten really good Mega Man figures yet. We've gotten Mega Man done well a couple times, but his Robot Masters are really what's missing. So, and again, like even the ones they picked, like Iceman and Fireman are not the two I would have started with. Like if I could have picked the first two villains, I would have probably picked like some Mega Man 3 ones. Like I really like Snake Man a lot. I think Snake Man, Crash Man for Mega Man 2, Guts Man for Mega Man 1, Electric Man for Mega Man 1, Magnet Man, Hard Man. There's so many that I would have picked before, but whatever. If they're gonna do all the Mega Man 1 bad guys first, then I hope next we get Cuts Man and Gut Man. That'd be dope. Guys, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Anonymous dude, appreciate you always just popping in here and just chatting up everybody and keeping the conversation moving. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that. If you're on Instagram, can you send me a message? I don't know if you're on Instagram or not, but if you are, can you shoot me a message next time you see my name pop up somewhere? Just so that way I can identify who you are. I just like to be able to know the people who support me. I just would like to be able to do the same for them. So I don't know if I actually follow you or not, so I'd like to make sure I'm doing that. So yeah, hit me up if you don't mind. And thank you guys, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you for all the love. You guys are always awesome, very supportive. Next week, like I said, we will have Nick D's at Nick D. Let me do this. I did all this stuff in advance to like make my life easier. Next week, Nick D's. He is a stand-up comedian, and we have been chatting about toys and about nerd culture for I don't know, probably about a year now. We just kind of shoot the shit, and he actually is putting out a live album this week. I think it came out yesterday or tomorrow or today, sometime soon. Anyways, this week I think he's putting out his first live comedy album. So we're going to talk about that next week as well. So yeah, so be here next week. It should be a little bit different. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be customizing. I should be done my shelves by then, I think, but yeah, join me next week because it should be a really fun event. I'm looking forward to chatting with Nick on a different level. We've never face to face. It's always just been through text and like DM and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. But my name is Jordan. I'll get on it. Cool. Thanks, dude. Yeah, just next time you're on, you don't have to do it right away. Just so I know, you know. Okay, that's it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. Actually, I will see you on Sunday, anybody who's kicking around. Sunday night, 10 p.m., Moose Milk Media at Moose Milk Media on Instagram. And we do our live podcast on Instagram Live, and then it's available for download any of your podcast platforms. So check it out. Everybody, be good, be safe, drink your water, stay hydrated. We'll talk soon. Thanks.